It says I'm live. I hope I'm live because it wasn't live a minute ago. It said my connection was not working. Hopefully that's not a sign. Hopefully we'll have a good time today. Yes, YouTube. I know I'm alive. Thank you. Jake, what's up, buddy? Man, right off the bat, how you doing? I'm only yelling because I haven't checked my microphone yet. It keeps turning itself down. Remember when we were doing the radio show? Yep, turning itself down. You don't need to talk, Bob. Nobody gives a shit what you say. Scott, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Man, hey, Tim, how you doing? If y'all can't, if it gets where you can't hear me, let me know. My I guess it's the ghost is turning me down. I love when they make me do updates I don't want to do because then it takes me months to get my microphone to work right. I'm sitting here watching it turn itself down. Hey, Alex. I know you're going to request something. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm glad y'all showed up. I have not shot any videos at all. Jake, I'm not worried about you, buddy. Alex always requests something. Always. See, that's the only reason you come, dude. So you can. I wasn't mad about the last one, but that's pretty much the only reason you show up is that ask me to react to stuff, or you send me messages and ask me to react to stuff. So I'm always expecting it. You don't ever just check in like everybody else does. Oh, I'm trying to get my microphone. I'm more focused on my microphone right now. But dude, Tim, I have not had time to shoot any videos. My work has been crazy. Oh, that wasn't the issue, Alex. That wasn't what I was talking about. I'm still trying to figure out why my damn microphone keeps turning itself down. Other than maybe it doesn't want to hear me. Come on, man. But no, I have not shot any videos. I have been so crazy busy with work that I have not had time. I barely had time to make memes. And right now, Instagram's paying me better than everybody. So, and memes are easy to do. I can do those right before I fall asleep. But that's just it, Alex. Usually nobody else does. I mean, sometimes people do. Oh, I'll get around to it for sure. Do I have any hobbies? Yes, I do. One of my hobbies, man, this thing is fixing to piss me off. It won't stop turning itself down. I don't know why it's doing it. Let me see. Let me see if I can change this. All right. It says it's not turning itself down. We'll see how that works. Oh, nope. There it goes. We hate you, Bob. Ha, ha, ha. It is hard being nice. Hey, what's up, Mike? Yes, Scott. My hobbies, I like making memes. I like doing spray paint art, which me and my granddaughter are going to do some more this year. We haven't been doing it here lately. If I can get I'm about to drop some F-bombs and ruin my monetization. I don't know why this thing keeps turning itself down. I don't have any idea whatsoever. I never had any problems till I had to do this. Well, I mean, I've had problems every time I had to do an update. What's the point in having this if it's just going to keep turning my damn microphone down? All right, let me finish answering Scott's question. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry, Jake. I missed your comment. Yeah. She does keep me caged up sometimes. Wonder if I can just hold that button right there if it'll stay. And oh, Alex, if you meant you were trying to be nice to me, you don't have to do that. But I like making stuff. Like I said, memes, shit out of wood. I used to make pins. I haven't. When the economy crashed, people quit asking me to make pins. My pins were very expensive. I like drawing, reading, watching documentaries. How was that? I hope I answered your question well. Oh, most people don't, Alex. It's pretty much just you. I mean, once in a while, people come in and will ask me to. But I've done entire live streams without doing any reactions. And you also email me, ask me how I'm doing, and then ask me to react to something. So it's not just checking on me. That's kind of trying to butter me up and ask me to react to something. Come on, man. My current take on Hollywood, that shit's getting flipped upside down. All the people who have been in power are about to not be in power. Hollywood's been a joke for years anyways. It's so phony. All the award shows are all fake. You call that tactic? Dude, I'm 58 years old. That's not tactic. Oh, I can show you one. I have one on the wall right here by me. This is one of the first ones I did. It's not the first one. Ow, damn tack. Don't be prepared to be wowed or anything like that. It's just one of the first ones I did. I actually gave away, I did one with a ghost ship on it. Somebody actually wanted that one. So I gave that one away. I did one with like a Mars sunrise. I can't remember what happened to that one. Oh, you don't have to apologize for missing my streams, dude. I tell everybody that. You ain't got to apologize for any of that. Hey, Mickey, what's up, buddy? Man, we got a bunch of people in here today. Good, good, good. You never have to apologize for missing a stream or leaving a stream. Everybody's got lives. I mean, I haven't been shooting reactions. I actually have a life. And it keeps me busy. And money, I'm hoping I'll get better, Scott. I do not know what the hell is wrong with this program, but it's fixing to piss me off. If it gets to where y'all cannot hear me, let me know. I'm going to close this and see what it does. So if it gets to where you can't hear me, somebody say something. Don't just sit there and go, hey, his mouth's moving, but we can't hear him. That's great. My granddaughter did really well in her first one too. I don't know where it's at, but she did one too. We're going to do more this summer. I think I might do a bigger one. I've got one planned. This will be the first one I do this year. I saw this picture and I was like, I think I want to do that. I was inspired by it. So it won't be it exactly. Oh, not that. That's the moon. Where the hell is that picture at? I got to put on my eyes. Did I already skim past it? Oh, here's something else I'm going to make. I'm going to make my wife one of these giant ass dragonflies. It's made out of a bedpost or a table leg and 4 old ceiling fan things. Oh, yeah, I can't do that kind of shit, Alex. I got to work. If I was young and didn't have a family, that ain't it. I'm going to go through all this. You're going to see this picture go, oh, big deal. Oh, maybe that is it. No. Yeah, for me, it's just one vicious cycle of work, 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 work. Well, I wouldn't put up with that kind of shit either. If somebody was treating me like that, I'd leave, but I go find another job. I can't take no year off. Hell, I can't take 2 weeks off. Maybe that is the picture. No, it can't be the picture. Huh. I wonder if I accidentally deleted it. Feel free to ask other questions. Huh. I must have accidentally deleted that picture. Well, that works out pretty well, I guess, Alex. Huh. Maybe that is the picture. Y'all are sitting on hold. Feel free to ask something or tell me something wonderful, or I don't think that's the picture I'm trying to make. Anyways, I've already got some shit planned out to do. Oh, hey, that's a good question. My friends inspired me to do YouTube. I actually started out. What the hell? I didn't pick that message. My friends always come to me and ask me stuff. I know I like to know a little bit about as much as I can. So they would always ask my opinion about stuff because I give it to them pretty much unbiased, just straightforward. It is what it is. So if you went all the way back when I first started doing YouTube, it's just my opinion on like the death penalty, corporal punishment, prison, that kind of stuff. So, that's another weird question. That's a good question, but let me finish answering Scott's. So I did those for a while, and I did some game reviews, some movie reviews, some concert reviews, and then I found out that doing music reactions was a thing. So the very first video I reacted to was a Tom McDonald video, and it did okay. And then somebody told me about Lil Peep, and I reacted to Lil Peep, and it took off. And then when I started reacting to Japanese bands, it skyrocketed. When I first started reacting to baby metal, I was gaining 1,000 subscribers a week. And then once I said something they didn't like, that didn't go so well. But I keep doing them. Some bands do well, some bands do not. But it's really not so much for the views that I do it. There's so many phony reactors out there that it makes me sick. So I feel everybody should be able to see a genuine reactor that if I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. And I'm not going to overreact and act like an ass clown like some of them. So that's how I got started. I would rather do like the opinion stuff, like we do here, like the talks that we have here. That's kind of how I'd rather do it. But I love music, all styles of music, which is why I react to all things. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So my religion. Well, it's actually in the process of changing right now. I was raised religious to believe in God and all that stuff. And at 14, I learned a different way. And at about 19 or 20, I became a Satanist. And when my kids were little, I was born again. I went to church with them and all that stuff and realized that nothing had changed. It was still what I thought it was. But I'm a very spiritual person. I do believe in a superior being that my definition is a God, but somebody point out, it could be the God they talk about in the Bible, but I see it differently. However, this new concept I'm following is that God is within us. We are God. Because I've always thought when Moses heard the voice in the burning bush that it was his own internal voice talking to him, but he thought it was external. And I do have internal dialogue, not just my personal dialogue, but I have multiple personality disorder. So there is another person in here. My disorder is not like anybody else's that I know. The internet goes out, Alex. They're putting in fiber optics here and they keep knocking our internet out. Hey, Terry, man, been a long time since I saw you. So did I answer that question good enough, Tim? So right now I'm on this that is inside of me. I'm outstanding. I can't see me being much better than I am. I'm in better health than I was when I was 27. I have a positive attitude. Things are going really well. I know you may not be able to tell I've got a positive attitude. Just because I'm doing what I do to be more positive doesn't mean I don't ever get aggravated or pissed off. But I'm doing great, Terry. I'm loving life. Tim, did I answer your question good enough? Hey, got to work. I haven't been shooting videos because I got to work. Work. Make that money. Work's been really busy. And Tim, if you're still here, you really have to dig deep to ask a weird question because I pretty much answer almost anything anybody asks. I like when people ask questions I actually have to think about. Am I frozen? No, I'm not frozen. What the hell? Yeah, there were some times. Oh, yeah. Jake, that's kind of part of it. I've been looking into a lot of different stuff lately. I'm not trying to find religion, but I'm parts that serve me, I guess is the best way to put it, to help me be better. Yes, I do remember that. Ooh, as a military brat, define home. That, Mike, is an outstanding. For me, home is where I'm comfortable. So it doesn't necessarily, I mean, now with me owning this home and living, this is my home. But as a military dependent, like Bamberg, that will always be home, even though, but it's inside. Even though I know if I went back there today, because they've turned the post back over to the Nationals, that it would not be the same. No matter where I went, it wouldn't be the same. But in my mind, it's home. So a mental state. Let me take a picture of that, Jake. I'll look into that. A lot of Hinduism has been along the lines of what I'm looking for. All right. I got a picture of that. I'll look into that, Jake. Thanks, man. Thanks, Mike. But yeah, I tell people all the time, you cannot go home to a physical place. So for I mean, at the moment it'll be physical, but and it'll always live in your heart and your mind as home. So Bamberg will always be in my mind, will be a home. And I felt better there than I did at Fort Lewis, sometimes better than I did here. And this has been my home the longest. I've lived in this town longer than anywhere else. And if this town was like it was in the late 70s, early 80s, man, it'd still be fantastic. I guess it'd be weird, though, because we'd all be running around parachute pants and mullets, smoking Marlboro Reds and drinking Boone's Farm. Woohoo! Why am I in the States right now? Oh, where am I? I'm I'm near Fort Hood. And yes, I know they changed the name, but I will never call it what they call it. So 60 miles north of Austin, about 60 miles south of Waco. I don't know if that helps you any. I'll send you coordinates through Facebook. And when I say parachute pants, Jake, hopefully you know, because a lot of people, when I say it, they think about the MC Hammer pants. Not that. They were just made out of parachute material. I always wore really tight black ones. I never wore any other color because they almost looked leather, almost from a distance. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't get into those big baggy pants that people were wearing, but the parachute pants, I dug the shit out of those. The only thing I didn't like is like if you fell, you ruin them. Instantly ruin them. Mike, if you come to Texas before I come to Germany, you let me know. I got you, brother. I love Texas. Absolutely, Jake. I can't tell you how many pairs I went through. Cigarette burns and like where you'd skin your knees if you fell. Hell yeah. You might be shocked. Texas is and for a real treat, we can go to the Germantown. We have a town that I swear to God, you'll think you're back in Germany. It's nice. Oh, dude, I never, ever. Now, I did have a couple of members only jackets, but I could not do the Michael Jackson jackets. But I remember when they were super popular. And the Jerry curls. Oh, man. I didn't do Jerry curl either. But and I didn't do penny loafers either. I've always been either tennis shoes or boots. Yep. Just ruining their clothes. The grossest thing, I'm actually Facebook friends with one of them. There were twin brothers. Their last name was Cox, Roy and Martin Cox. And we were playing basketball in gym, and they both had all that activator in their hair. And I can't remember which one it was. I chased him down the gym and was waiting for him to jump, and I was going to smack the ball out of his hands. But he didn't jump. He stopped, but I had already jumped, and I landed face first in the back of his head, and I damn near threw up. Oh my God. I mean, it was on my eyes, my hair right here. It just, ugh. I think I would have been less grossed out if I had fell into a carcass that had been rotting for a couple of weeks. It was just the grossest thing. Man, I couldn't stand that. I will never forget that feeling. It was just the worst thing. Trying to think of what other. Oh, the two shoelaces in each shoe. I never got into that either. A lot of people did that. And I didn't like my shoelaces hanging out. I still to this day tuck my shoelaces into my shoe so that they're not flopping around. I never understood that. I mean, I guess it looked okay, but I didn't do it. Trying to think of what other trend. I did do the mullet. Surely they didn't just send me a message. That would be weird. I mean, it wouldn't be weird. They've done it before. Anyways, what other trend was there from that time frame? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. I think I have a picture of me. I know I have a couple of pictures. I mean, one I will not show because that haircut that I thought was cool was not cool. That's me at 17 in a band. It wasn't so much a mullet then. But I did go full mullet after that later. And one of the weirdest things was why I cut my hair a certain way. There's a mullet hair. That's 10 years later. That's 27. But I had shaved this because it interfered with my golf game. Because even when I had my hair in a ponytail, there'd always be some shit loose and blowing on my face. So I cut that so that I could have that in a ponytail and it not blow in my face while I was playing golf. I almost said pool. You can see my mullet better there. I was dyeing my hair blonde. Yeah, but I think during the punk scene, Jake, that's kind of more acceptable. I mean, from one to the other of that. But I mean, I went from that to the military high and tight. Yeah, skinhead. That's cool, Alex. You ain't gotta justify. Not really acceptable. Yeah. You should leave if your girlfriend calls. You should talk to her. It's not a perhaps, Alex. I know you're going to. Like I said, you always do. That's pretty much the only reason you show up. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying. You're trying to act like maybe not. You will. Yeah, Jake, that was why I went from one to the other. Yeah, I know. The funny thing is, he doesn't think we know that. But yeah, that was why I cut my hair. But see, I did it before I left. That way I wasn't shocked. I did it on my own. Pretty much close to this. So when they went ahead and took it down to, you can't really see my hair because I had a hat on. And the reason for the look on my face in the picture, because everybody always asks, is there was a drill sergeant standing just out of camera telling me to look mean. And telling me to look mean on cue when everybody already tells me I look mean threw me off. I know I got it in here. There it is. Basic training. Woo! Hell yeah, 19 years old. All right, Jake. Have a good one, brother. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hard on command. Have a good one, Jake. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I'll try to catch you Tuesday, Jake, if you're still here. Woohoo! Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Hotel Mahifa. Oh, that didn't work out. Oh, I spelled it wrong. FFIJA. Lawinda. All right, let me knock this out. Yeah. Um, yeah, if I do it, I'll lose my monetization. Hey, Spec, what's up, buddy? But if you just look at what he posted, Mike, you can hear it. Well, Alex, I don't hate it. It's a good mix. I can't even venture a guess on what they're singing about this time. All right, I lost 3 viewers. Well, one, I'll say 2 because I knew Jake was leaving. Ah, good thinking, Mike. But good mix. Vocals are okay. I like the mix of the beats good, but oh, it's okay. I wouldn't say I'm blown away. It's okay. I will say that I would listen to it if it came on the radio. Hey, that's a good question, Mike. Uh, so Alex, it's okay. I'm not blown away. I, I'm okay with it. Um, uh, I have not done stand up in about 7 years. I still write. I've been writing more. Oh, take the headphones off. I've been writing more lately than I've written in a long time. If the right gig came up, I would do a show. Uh, I have friends that put together half-ass shows, and I'm not interested in doing those. Uh, like I don't want to be on a show where comedians go up first and piss off the crowd, or they're not funny, and then I have to go up and try to dig myself out of a hole. I've done that one too many times. Even when I'm getting paid, I don't really like doing that. Uh, but if the right show comes along, I'll do it. Like, or if I'm out watching one of my friends, and because all my friends know if you call me up on stage, I'm ready at any time. I don't have to prepare. I'm ready to at any time. But I've written some new material lately. I write almost daily. I consider my memes a form of writing. How do I deal with hecklers? You shut them down as fast as possible. That doesn't always work, but you want to say something to make them look like a bigger asshole than they already are looking like by heckling. Um, Hecklers ruin shows. Here's part of the problem. In most cases, hecklers don't realize they're not welcome, that they're ruining the show. I've had hecklers come up to me after a show thinking that they helped, and I had to let them know, no, you did not help. It's that's the second worst thing you can do at a comedy show. There are shitheads that go out, they don't know anything about comedy, and they think they're so funny, and they want to just yell out shit. And then there's ones who just want to disrupt the show just to be a dick. But the best way is to just shut them down, put a lot of attention on them, and have people actually tell them, regular people telling them to shut the F up. But yeah, I've had hecklers that I've shut down, and then they come up to me after a show and want to talk about it. Not in a mean way. Nobody gets aggressive with me. I'm much bigger in person than I guess I look on stage or on video. I've had two people talk shit about me, spend all day talking shit about me during the week. And on Sunday, when we did a show together and they saw how big I was in person, they couldn't be nicer to me. It's not that I cared what they said. They're just they're just part of the clique. Austin's very cliquey with their comedians. Don't get me wrong, there's some hilarious people in Austin, some great comedians that tour and do all sorts of shit. But there's a clique of them that aren't funny, or they're okay, but they think they're funny, and the crowd treats them like the funny. The hometown crowd treats them funny. I do better in Dallas than I do in Austin. I'm treated better by the whole community, the other comedians and the audience. So I've performed in Dallas 3 times, and all 3 times I kicked ass. I do well in Waco. I mean, I do well in Austin. It's just I'm not part of the little clique. I think part of it's because I don't get high. So a lot of them don't like that. They don't trust you if you don't get high with them. I like those questions, Mike. Those are good questions. But that's the ultimate thing. I love performing stand up. Thank you, sir. Um, I think some of my new material is really good. Definitely has shocked some people, because when I write new material, I usually test it by just dropping it into a regular conversation. Because a lot of my friends, even though they know me, they don't realize when I've gone into a joke. A lot of people don't know if I'm being serious or joking. So So I like that, because if you go up to somebody and you go, hey, what do you think about this joke? They judge it differently. But if you just drop into a conversation, you get a natural reaction. So I try to make most of my shit realistic as possible so that it doesn't stand out weird. Oh, sorry, Mom. I just noticed you said something. Oh, well, thanks, Mom. I'll remember that next time I show a picture. Gary! Ugh! Oh, wait, that's probably not the best thing to do with you. Hey, buddy. I am glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. I really hope Brandy's doing better. Yeah, Mike, if you like my material that you've heard, wait till you hear some of the new shit I've written. I know. I don't ever think about that, Gary. That's just a natural reaction I do to people when they surprise me. But I hope you're doing well, buddy. Did Alex have me react to that song and then leave before I reacted to it? I do know who Jimmy Carr is. I don't think Jimmy Carr is too dark. I don't think everything he does is funny. I don't think he's as funny as a lot of other people think he is. He has some jokes that really crack me up. I like his mean personality, that dark shit I like, but not all of it's funny. I just found a comedian that I had never heard of. He's not dirty, he's not dark, but literally made me laugh out loud. He's on YouTube. I've watched 3 of his specials, and this guy is effing hilarious. He's epic. His name is Greg Warren, Warren. Man. The first one I watched was called, I think it's called Where Corn Grows or something like that. Man, that dude's funny. I highly recommend him. But, okay, Brandon has regained. Good. All right, that's good, Gary. I just needed a little bit, but that's good. I still haven't figured out how to send the video yet, but I'll get it to you. Oh, he's one of my least favorite comedians. Now, Savannah did show me a clip from Fluffy the other day that was okay, but I cannot stand him. As a person, he's okay. When I see him talking to people, he's okay. But as far as his stand-up, I just can't do it. There's no way I could sit through a whole show. He is funny. He's clean. He's, like I said, when he talks to people, he's funny. I don't find his material funny, except the bit that my granddaughter showed me the other day. This guy, Greg Warren, completely funny. I mean, completely clean and hilarious. He does not say anything inappropriate, and he's hilarious. World of difference. Sinbad, always thought he was funny. Super clean guy. His name is Gary. His name is actually Gabriel Iglesias. Yes, Greg Warren. Look him up and watch where corn grows or something like that. Cornfields. Three of his full specials will pop up. Watch that one first. As a good introduction to him. Literally had me laughing out loud. And when I'm alone, I almost never do that. I laugh when other people are around so I don't look weird. And it's not that I don't find stuff funny. I just don't normally laugh like that, especially alone. So for a comedian to make me laugh alone, and let's see, I think I can name them maybe on one hand. Bill Burr, Rodney Carrington, Carl LeBeau. I will not be one hand. Robert Schimmel. It will take more than one hand. Daniel Tosh. This guy, Greg Warren. Kathleen Madigan. Naturally, Richard Pryor. I still laugh at his material, and I've seen his material. Oh, wow. I ran almost everybody off. Oh, I wonder if it's because I don't like Fluffy. Oh, no, he doesn't like my favorite comedian. I'm out of here. Tupelo? I don't know who that is. I don't think I know who that is. How did I run that many people off at one time? Maybe some of them lost their internet connection because I'm not frozen, so I know it's not me. Man, I had an ingrown hair on my face. I finally got it out, but not before I scratched a big hole in my face. Oh, Tupelo, Mississippi. Yeah. Mudbone. Yes. Yes. I love the Mudbone bits. Richard Pryor live in concert was my favorite that he did. I could do it verbatim. Yeah, I didn't have my glasses on. I was trying to put it together, and then when you wrote it like that, as soon as I saw Richard Pryor, I knew what you were saying. Yep. Why aren't gallstones called pain drops? Oh, hailstones. They should be called. I've been hit. Oh, back in the, I guess, the mid 90s, a hailstorm came out of nowhere. And I mean, big hail like this. And there were some little kids outside playing. I ran out, I grabbed them, which these days you probably get arrested for, but I grabbed them and brought them into our house because they couldn't get to their house. And I got hit in the forehead and in my toe and in my shoulder. I can only imagine how bad it was hurting them. But I grabbed them and I kind of had them covered, but I ran them into the house. It only lasted a few minutes. And I made sure their parents knew. I stood by the open door and waved so their parents knew that I had their kids inside by the door. Weird, you try to help somebody and somebody gets upset. They didn't. They appreciated it. But yeah, hell sucks to be caught outside in it. So yes, Gary, that would be a more accurate. Oh yeah, we didn't have it here, the size of baseball where I live, but there was recently baseball size hail here in Texas. Golf ball size is not unheard of here. We usually get just little, we call it pea size, about the size of a pea, a little bit bigger. It'll still mess up your car. We had this hailstorm that we had, and the last one we had, and I'm not exaggerating, lasted for over an hour. I've never had never seen a hailstorm last that long, but we had solid hail for over an hour. The top of my car and the roof got beat up pretty good. I was just thankful none of the windows got broke because that's what I was expecting. But we had over an hour of hail, good size hail. But yeah, those baseball size ones will tear up a car. if I wouldn't have to get a permit, I'd build a carport over our driveway. Maybe I could just build it over the weekend and then act like I don't know what they're talking about. That's always been there. Why would I build one now? I know it's the only one on the street. Y'all should have seen it. Just act dumb like a lot of people do. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to experiment with this shirt. See how much weight I've lost? This shirt looks so baggy on me, and I watched a video on how to. Yes, you need a permit to build a carport in the city limits. You need a permit for everything in the city limits. That's why you do stuff in your backyard and don't say anything. Yeah, I was going to say the glass would shatter as soon as it hit it. I already knew where that was going. That hell is moving. But yeah, Mike, here they try to screw you for every penny they can. You got to have a permit to have a garage sale. You're only allowed to have so many garage sales a month or a year or whatever it is. There's a limit to garage sales. You got to have a permit to put up fence, to have your roof done. I guess have your house painted unless you do it yourself. And maybe even then you're supposed to, but I just do it on the weekend. Oh, but I'm going to fix this shirt. It is definitely too baggy since I lost all that weight. But I don't want to get rid of it. It's still in good shape. And I don't want to buy another Guns N' Roses shirt. They don't deserve any more of my money. So we'll see if it works. Yep. We get taxed on our property. We own our home. That's something that's coming up in Congress right now. They don't think that makes sense. If you own your home, you shouldn't be paying property tax. I get it if you're renting it. But you buy your house and you pay it off, and then they tax you to death on it. So it's like you don't even own it. Oh, we get it for here too, Gary. They're going to get you. They're going to get you one last time. That's weird. Alex took off without even hearing what I thought about his song. Or maybe he heard part of what I thought and didn't like that. Got any more questions? Difficult ones. Yes. I'm fluctuating between 218 and 225. 225 was my target goal or my target weight. And I got past it. So I'm staying right in there. I weighed myself the other day. I weighed 222. So I'm good with that. I'm working out hard. I'm eating right, all that stuff. So it's all healthy. It's not sick. But yeah, I was 256. I got down to 238. And I thought I was stuck there in the 230s. And then I just suddenly, whoop. I'm constantly modifying my diet. I only eat twice a day. I do intermittent fasting. I beat diabetes. I believe it's a healthy weight. They said supposedly my ideal weight is 179, but when I talked to my doctor, I was like, "Do you realize what I would look like if I was that light?" And she said, "Yeah, she doesn't think I should be that light either. Where I'm at is probably the healthiest weight." Because when I was 27, I weighed 225, and I thought that was my peak condition. But I'm in better shape now than I was at 27. So I work out 3 times a week. I'm not trying to get buff. I'm just trying to get toned up and look pretty good. I had somebody misguess my weight at work. I mean, my age at work. They thought I was 42. I was like, I'm 58. I'll take 42 all day long. And lots of water. You can do it. I'm not allowed to run, so I have to do because of condition of my leg that's getting better. They told me it wouldn't get better, but it's getting better. But I'm not supposed to run, so I have to do a stationary bike. But since I've been doing all this mowing, I haven't been riding the bike. I haven't needed to, but I do a lot of walking. This whole new Manifest Destiny thing I'm working on is working really good. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Mike. You should be thankful you can walk. Yeah. I have moments like that. Some people, when they see me get my car after work because on my Walmart days, I'm a Lyft driver, but it's a stand-up Lyft, and I only get to sit down for one break. Oh yeah, golf. I love golf. But I only get one break, so the longer I stand up, my back will lock up. So by the time I get off and go to my car at the end of the day, the way I have to get in my car, some people find it entertaining, other people find it sad. um, I and the weird thing, what got me into golf was I kick ass at video golf. So I thought, I'll kick ass at real golf. No, that's a whole different beast. But I like it because of the challenge, because it goes against everything you're taught growing up as far as playing sports. Harder is not better. It's finesse, doing it correctly. I was happy making par, but if I can make a birdie, I could just call it a day. I've only made one legit birdie, and I was stoked about that. Hopefully one day I'll get to start playing again. That would be great. If I ever get old enough to retire. I mean, I'm old enough to retire, but oh yeah. Yeah, it's weird because what you see on TV is not what to do in real life. And I've taught people, well, a person, how to play golf. I'm better at teaching than I am playing. Yeah, I don't know what it is now. Used to it was feasible here because we have a golf course here in the town where I live. But when they bumped it up to an 18-hole golf course, I don't know what they're charging now. That last year that I was in Bamberg, I worked at the Rod and Gun Club and had to take care of the golf course. I love that job. I didn't care so much for my boss, but I loved the job. And I got to drive a Jeep. I didn't like going out every morning knocking the dew off of the greens. I thought that was stupid. But I was 16, so 16 thought I knew it all. Yeah, I didn't spend a whole lot of time going out looking for it. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably way more higher end than the Rod and Gun Club in Bamberg. I wonder if the golf course is still there. I mean, Germans play golf. I mean, it would make sense. You already got it. You keep it. You're just changing who's paying to play on it. It was also a very good place to take dates. Not to play golf. I appreciate that. It's kind of weird when I do Google Earth. I can go to Troisdorf, look around, and know where everything is. But when I look at Bamberg, I get lost. I mean, there's certain landmarks that I know, but oh yeah, uh-huh. Good times. It's kind of weird. Something I don't understand. I don't know why. I don't know what they've done. When I go to Troisdorf, where we lived off post, um, I can find our house, the playground, or our apartment complex. Well, complex is 3 apartments. The playground next door, the apartments they built next to that, but next to that was a cemetery, and I don't see the cemetery anymore, which I thought was weird. I can't imagine them going, "You come get your kin folks and get them out of here. We need to build some more apartments." I haven't got Mom, I'm sure you're one of the 4 that are still here. I haven't watched that video yet, but I gotta go watch that video where that guy drives through Route Lois. Made me feel good. Savannah brought home a bunch of her papers from school, and one of them she had to answer a question where she would go. She could go anywhere. She's excited to go to Germany with me because of how much I talk about it. Oh, is that so? It's not my imagination. So that cemetery could be gone. That's what I thought, Gary. That made me feel really good. She said because the way I talk about it, she wants to see it and experience it. Oh shit! I'm glad you told me that, Mike, because I kept thinking because you do the street view and you go up and down the street, and I'm like, it was right there. uh, I feel much better now. I didn't know that. I try to learn something new every day, and I did. Thank you. One of the Polizei clubs still in Germany. In Germany, I'm pretty sure it is. was still in Bamberg. I used to love going there. My favorite place was called the Napoleon. It was on the opposite side of Post, not the side that Paul's Eye Club was on. Oh no, Savannah's not. She's my partner in crime. She'll go anywhere with me. Oh wow. Huh. I think all the ones there were old. That's weird. I didn't know that, dude. Very interesting. They sure don't do that here. It's forever. Several years ago, let's see, probably almost 20 years ago, my kids were still little. They found a cemetery on, well, it's going to look like I'm pointing the wrong. That side of town, our town used to be 2 miles that way, but when they built the railroad, they literally picked up the town and moved it over. So there's still a cemetery over there that people didn't know about. Oh, wow, Mike. Oh, that's hilarious, Gary. We're talking about that and you got an ad for that? That's hilarious. I don't know how I'd feel about that, Mike. I mean, oh yeah, AI is definitely everywhere. But then again, I mean, no disrespect, and this may sound weird, but after that many years, they're not really there anyways. It's pretty much just the headstone and the. Huh. I mean, there may be some remnants, but probably not much. But it's the sentiment behind it. Huh. That's something interesting for me to ponder on. Then again, this town to the west of us, there's a old cemetery from the 1800s, was the headstones in an odd place, and it's just the headstones. That town flooded in it. They just recovered the headstones and put them in this one spot. Yeah, they do that here, Mike. A lot of people, they do a lot of stacking here. Um, that's a good question, Gary. What about that, Mike? Or do they just flat out don't, they just take the headstone down? Huh. That's interesting. The delay's not too bad. It's only like a 7-second delay we're having today. My mom's going to be cremated and I'm going to throw her in a river. I'm not saying what river since somebody could be listening. They're probably going to be mad because they're going to try to sell me some expensive urn. I'm like, she's only going to be in there like maybe a day at the most. You're going to put her in a coffee can or two, how many ever it takes. They excavate everything. Oh, wow. Do they, this is going to sound kind of morbid, if there are any remains after that amount of time, do they offer that to the family, or do they offer the family the headstone, or do they just, we're going to repurpose his headstone? Yeah, but I mean, after 25 years, there would be minimal left in a regular grave. There's those people that have those, I don't know if they do it in Germany, but those people that have the concrete tombs that are in the ground. Oh, wow. Damn. Gary, that's become really popular here, but they actually put you in a sack and they put the tree in the sack and plant you, and you supply nutrients. Your body supplies nutrients to the tree. Man, I hope I don't lose my monetization over this, but this is pretty cool. I think it's a good subject. Let me see. Let me see if they've taken it away yet. Not yet. Oh, not yet. All right. I'm glad they're not. But that's become really popular here. Matter of fact, my best friend's mom had that done with him. Yeah, I agree, Gary. Oh, see, that's cool. And to me, that makes sense. I'm going through puberty. To me, that makes sense. I think that's a good use. That tree's going to be there. Might eventually be somebody's coffee table or house. And then if you knew when they cut down the tree, you could buy the coffee table. Yeah, that I wouldn't like that. I don't want somebody carving into my tree. Hopefully my ghost would be there. I'd be like, don't do that, you little ass. Or if you could just start screaming as a tree. Ah! Oh, stop. Don't do that. I think that'd be kind of funny. But yeah, I kind of like that tree idea. I don't know if my wife's going to do it or not, but I want some of my ashes put in an Etch-a-Sketch so that my great, great, great grandkids can play with me. Oh, that would be good, Gary. While they're doing it, just wrap a root around their ankle and just pull them down there. And then they will help. Oh, no, because then they would be part of your tree. They'd be part of the fertilizer. And then it's you and that person for eternity that was trying to carve their name into you. Talking about a tree, YouTube. Talking about a tree, okay? Just make sure I clarify that so I don't get that little letter later. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I like that idea. The tree idea. Maybe I'll change to that. Well, it's kind of what I do, Gary. Water is good. Yeah, the more I think about that, the more I like that. I do know that Savannah and my daughter are going to make sure Staying Alive is played at my funeral. I mean, I like the song, but the irony in it. Well, you can't tell by the way I use my words. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Staying alive, staying alive. And that'd be dope. I've had some ideas, Mike, but right now this seems to be working. If I could get more people into it, I think it would be, don't get me wrong, I love talking to you guys, but I like the way we do this, that we can talk about everything and we have a good time. We're not stuck on one subject. I don't know that I could sit here and talk about a subject for 2 hours. Everybody kept pestering me, want me to do live reactions, and that's kind of hit or miss because you can't listen to it. Some people are cool with it, some people are not. But I think, and Gary, I'll get back to what you're saying in just a minute because I'll tell you something. It's ironic that you said that. I'll tell you something that I've said before I came up with the Etch-a-Sketch plan. But I don't know if, because I've done like a Q&A thing where people would mail me their questions and I would shoot a video answering them. I don't know if I could get people to send me questions and me react to them in the live stream because the odds of them showing up are not good. So I've actually shot a podcast. I've done actual podcast. I shot 4 or 5 episodes, and people that listened to it that I know liked it, but none of them took off. And I know you got to work harder at them, but I really don't have time to keep working at that. So yeah, I would be open to doing a different format for this, but I really enjoyed this. And I think everybody who actually participates, or the majority of us that participate in these, enjoy this because it's just like old friends sitting around talking, just like you do with your buddies in real life, sitting around having a beer or something. Right. So Gary, you saying that, I actually said that I wanted some of my ashes put in a big pot of chili at my wake, and everybody has to eat a bowl. They don't know my ashes are in there. That way I could just be a pain in everyone's ass one more time. But my wife wasn't willing to do that. And apparently people would get grossed out if they find out they ate some of your ashes. Weird. Considering the stuff that's actually in the food that we eat. But so yeah, if I could do it a different, this is my favorite thing to do out of what I do on YouTube. Like I said, Instagram's paying me the most right now and the most consistent. And all I do is post the memes that I post on TikTok and Facebook. Ironically, Facebook owns Instagram, but Facebook doesn't pay me as often as Instagram does. Yeah, but the problem with voice to text, a lot of times it'll say what you didn't want to say. I think so. Well, meatless chili. Not a lot of people like meatless chili. They want hamburger in there. Hamburger. Gotta put some hamburger in my chili, or it ain't chili. Oh yeah, when you start slurring, hey, that's not what I said. That's how you know when someone's really drunk. When they take that breath, they'll be trying to talk and they can't get it out. They'll be like, yeah. You know what I mean? No, you said, I think, and then you took a deep breath. I don't know what you mean. Oh, I got lost in my own little world. I was just going along. I was just going with what you wrote. I didn't know if you had been drinking or not either. I mean, I didn't even know until you told me the last time when you had. I got to step off camera for a second and mute. Now I do that. I do not every single time, but more often than not, I do let out a little grunt when I get up, and I don't hardly ever hurt when I stand up. Sometimes, depending on how long I've been sitting down, like this. Okay, now I'm back. I'm gonna hang my picture back up while we're talking. It's weird. We've been in an upswing of activity in our house lately, but I haven't had a lot of orbs and shit showing up in my videos like they used to. Trying to hit this hole without my glasses on. Which way should I put that? I don't remember which way it was up. I think I like that better. I need to take my green screen down. I'm tired of it. It's running its course, but I got to paint the wall, and I got to move that shelf back over here because there's holes in the wall where that shelf was at. Oh, do I ever set up cams? Yes, I absolutely do. Hey, Doc Tar, what's up, buddy? Man, I ain't seen you in a long time. Gary, we do set up cameras sometimes. I have a motion activated camera. I have not caught anything interesting. And it also has night vision. I have not caught anything interesting. I don't put it up every night, but I haven't caught anything interesting. The video that I've shown y'all, yes. See, when I do video with a phone, it normally picks up orbs more. They don't really show up here on this one that much, but usually like when I'm in the house, out in the house. I mean, not here in my studio. But we've caught audio of them, and then it broke our damn recorder. But yeah, there used to be a lot of videos or orbs in my videos. Wait, I'm not frozen. Why'd y'all stop talking? Don't stop talking. Ain't that long of a delay, so man, I should have put some makeup on. Wake up! Put on makeup! That's one of the negatives of having OCD. You're listening. Thanks, buddy. That's one of the downsides of OCD. Like I knew there was a hair in there and I couldn't get it with the tweezers, and I would not leave it alone until I got the hair out, and then you wind up with that. One of the downsides of my obsessive compulsive disorder. That numbers my parking spot. Hey.
I meant to tell you, if by the time you're done, and if I'm not inside, it's because Grandma's vacuuming the pool and I'm swimming. But
Okay.
if I'm still inside, then
Okay.
she hasn't vacuumed the pool yet.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Oh, and
Mike said hi.
hello.
And I'm sure Gary will say hello. Oh, no, it's not a beauty spot. I sure wish it was. See, told you. Gary said hi too.
Hi. Oh, and the game you got me is different than part 1 and part 2.
Yes, I know.